In my previous video in this series, I gave you 3 areas in which homelessness affect American LGBT youth: emergency housing access, mental health, and victimization. In this video, as promised, I'm giving you the last 4 areas out of 7 in which homelessness affect American LGBT youth. So let's move on to number 4. 4. Crime. Living a homeless or transient lifestyle can lead to crime. The Seeking Shelter report notes that family rejection and involvement in the juvenile justice system are undeniably intertwined. When LGBT youth leaves home because of family rejection, it puts them at a higher risk of involvement with the juvenile justice system in the future. This is in part because running away from home is often a status offense that triggers judicial intervention, the report explains. Perhaps most significantly, the report notes that homelessness, system placement, and involvement in the justice system may be cyclical. What they mean is, as homelessness itself is criminalized, it causes incarceration and involvement in juvenile justice systems for LGBT youth. As a result, LGBT homeless youth may be both driven into homelessness because of their relationship to juvenile justice and child welfare institutions, and are driven back into these systems due to their lack of housing. So, homeless LGBT youth get caught in this vicious circle, going from involvement in juvenile justice systems and child welfare institutions to homelessness, and then from homelessness back to involvement in juvenile justice systems and child welfare institutions. 5. Sexual behavior and health. LGBT homeless youth is more likely to engage in survival sex or prostitution as a last resort to meet basic needs. In particular, in a 2012 study, legal expert Nusrat Ventimiglia noted that participation in the sex industry, homelessness, and lack of social support are particularly high among transgender women. A 2008 study which used interviews of substance abusing homeless youth in the southwestern United States determined a significant correlation between survival sex and HIV risk. Finally, a Seattle area 2002 study found that LGBT youth reported more lifetime sexual partners than their heterosexual counterparts, with double the number of LGBT youth reporting not always using protection during sex. 6. Substance abuse. Some research shows that homeless LGBT youth may be more likely to abuse substances than their heterosexual counterparts. For example, a 2002 study using structured interviews of homeless youth in the Seattle area found that in the past 6 months, sexual minority youth had used each tested substance, including marijuana, cocaine, acid, ecstasy, and several others more frequently than heterosexual youth. That being said, a 2008 study which used interviews of substance abusing homeless youth in the southwestern United States found no significant difference in drug use between heterosexual and gay, lesbian, and transgender youth within its sample. 7. Healthcare services. Finally, LGBT youth is underserved when it comes to healthcare services. The True Colors Fund notes that there's a shortage of clinics and facilities which meet this population's unique needs. In addition, some facilities won't treat minors without the consent of a parent or guardian. That causes huge problems for homeless LGBT youth, as running away from home is usually what caused their homelessness in the first place. So again, in conclusion, Although most of these studies are old, LGBT homeless youth is still more likely to get caught in the juvenile justice system, is still more likely to engage in survival sex or prostitution as a last resort to meet basic needs. LGBT homeless youth may still be more likely to use drugs and is still more likely to get underserved by healthcare services than heterosexual homeless youth. This information came from these websites. You'll find these links below this video. Subscribe to my channel and watch this series from the start. Next Friday, I'll be back with a new video in my series on cognitive abilities. Till then, I only want to say 3 things. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye for now.